2. What's going on, Fight Bros podcast listeners? Coming back at you. You know, it's been a while since we did an MMA show, so we're right back at you. If you haven't noticed, we split it up on our YouTube page, so we got 2 playlists. We got our MMA show playlist and the Fight Bros podcast off-topic playlist, but this will be our MMA show number 27th.
Jeez, man, I can't believe we're already at 27. Can you believe we've almost been doing this for 1 year?
I know. It's been fun, man. I look forward to it. Like, that's why I told Mary, I said, this is my new hobby, man, podcasting. Like, I love it.
Oh, yeah. So what, do you remember when our first one was?
I think it was right. It was right before we went to the beach.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That was before July, and then we did the second one at the beach. So yeah, the second one was at the end of July.
So sometime middle of July, I think. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. So we got some cool stuff to talk about. Biggest news is UFC 249 isn't happening.
Yeah, so we got our hopes up. Like we seen. So let me just give a rundown how all this happened. So on Twitter, Ariel Helwani, the guy from ESPN, he's the main guy that breaks down all of the fight news and stuff. So a fake Ariel Helwani Twitter page posted something ridiculous. They was like, Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin have agreed to let Khabib take a private flight to wherever the UFC 249 was supposed to happen. Yeah. He was like, details still coming in, but Khabib is fighting. And it looked like Ariel Helwani's Twitter page, but you had to look in the name, and there was like one thing off from his real name. And Dana responded to it. Like, I guess Dana didn't look, and he thought it was Ariel Helwani, and he was like, totally false. He was like, I will be announcing the full UFC 249 card tomorrow. Khabib is not fighting. And then the next day, he announced UFC 249. The main event was going to be Tony Ferguson versus Justin Gaethje. Co-main event, Rose Namajunas versus Jessica Andrade 2. Okay. They had Greg Hardy on there.
Oh, that's weird.
And Ngannou Rosenstruck. It was a decent card, but then, like the morning after, Rose Namajunas, because of this coronavirus, she had to withdraw. She actually had 2 family members die from the coronavirus. So she had to withdraw, understandably, understanding why she had to withdraw. Because Dana made it clear from the beginning that none of these fighters were this is voluntary. Like, it wasn't like, even though they're signing a contract, like, they're voluntarily fighting, they're not fighting. Which some of these guys need the paycheck. And
absolutely.
And UFC supposedly still paid them. So that's a good, they paid them a percentage of what they were supposed to get paid. So that's a good thing.
That's fair.
But then maybe 2 days after Rose Namajunas dropped off, Dana made an announcement on his Instagram story. He said, sorry, guys, this is not my decision. He was like the highest person up of Disney, which I just knew. I mean, I should have knew this because I think I've seen it before. But so Disney owns ESPN.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so the highest person at Disney told him he can't do it. I understand it. It does kind of make him look bad in a way, just because he was going to test all the fighters. So, there's, I don't know, but
it does look bad in a world where everyone else has to stay home. Yeah. I definitely get the concern of, just because you're a celebrity doesn't mean that you're allowed to like be out and fight.
Yeah,
like I get the concern, but yeah. So because of him, 249's canceled.
Yeah, but he actually announced that UFC 249 wasn't going to be at this island, but he has purchased a private island that everybody is calling Fight Island. He said all the other fights after UFC 249 were going to happen there. Now, as of right now, no UFCs
so like every UFC event ever is going to be on the
not
island?
Ever, but just I think to finish out the summer.
Okay.
But as of right now, UFC's suspended until they know. But good news, kind of to keep our hopes up in there. May 6th is supposed to be UFC 250. They said there's still a chance, There's still a chance. I know.
Probably a low chance.
Yeah, I mean, I know, the president said he wants to get everything back by May 1st, which ultimately it's not his decision. it's coronavirus's decision.
It's kind of it's kind of like the people's decision. Like if they follow like staying at home and stuff like that. Like,
but I know he's made it clear that he wants to open up some stuff May 1st. I don't know if that'll happen or not, just because cases are still going up and all that. But there's still kind of some optimism, kind of some hope that this Fight Island fight could happen. UFC 250, which was going to be headlined by Dominic Cruz, Henry Cejudo, because Jose Aldo got cut off the card they didn't say why.
Yeah.
I love the idea though of this Fight Island. I mean, we're talking, and I know they've made some cool pictures of how it would look. This isn't anybody from the UFC, but it's like in the middle of the ocean, this little island. You got like water, like you got the octagon sitting on this land, and then water, like a little bit of water around like the octagon, like a little river. And then you got like the press box people and stuff like behind the little river. And it was cool. I mean, obviously that's how
I was going to say, I doubt it's going to actually be like that.
Yeah, but
that's like a cartoonist version.
I just love the idea of this Fight Island. Like,
it's
this
cool.
is some Bruce Lee kind of stuff, like straight out of that. I can't remember the name. Where Bruce Lee went to that. Have you ever watched some Bruce Lee movies?
No.
Oh, dang. Let me look it up real quick. It was Return of something, but he went to this island he was like an undercover cop, and he went to this island, like they fought to the death on the island. Now they made a movie to make fun of it. I know you've had to see this, Balls of Fury. The ping pong movie.
Oh, yeah, Balls of Fury.
Yeah, so you know how they died after they lost? Like they got killed?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where they stole that concept from Bruce Lee's movie.
Oh, man, Balls of Fury was a hilarious movie.
So let's see. This, Enter the Dragon.
Oh, yeah, that movie. Okay.
Yeah, Enter the Dragon is the movie where it kind of reminds me of this island that they're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of that island feel. Like, that's the evil guy right there. I forgot his name, but he's cool.
Oh, is that? Okay, yeah. I've seen that movie. Yeah. Now that you're showing it to me. It's a weird looking dude.
Yeah, you remember like they Balls of Fury copied all of it.
Yeah.
Like you remember Bruce Lee was sitting in there, and then like the head guy like sent in prostitutes, and Bruce Lee turned them down. And then on the Balls of Fury movie, they sent in a dude to come in to be like the same thing for that one guy, and he was like, no, I'm good. And then they just played board games the whole night.
But man, Balls of Fury is a hell of a funny movie.
It's funny, but like obviously, like when I watched that Bruce Lee movie, I was like, wow, Balls of Fury copied that to a T.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, they did it in their own way and made it funny. So,
yeah. So I see where it could be. You know, it's cool because it also reminds me of like the Adventure Island thing that was in the Scooby-Doo movie.
Oh yeah,
like it's just cool, like an island, man. That's cool.
Yeah,
you can't that's kind of boss level.
That's what I just kind of imagine like some Bruce Lee, like some real life ninja stuff. You know?
Yeah. Absolutely. So 249 pretty much isn't happening, is it?
Nah.
Yeah, so we're
I was looking
ahead.
forward to it because I was like, there's literally nothing to do. You know, depending on your situation, like I'm laid off from work, none of the gyms are open, so I don't have no work right now. But so I'm bored out of my mind. I'm like, after I work out, I'm like, all right, you know, I'll play this video game a little bit. Yeah. Then what's after that? I done watched every single movie I wanted to watch. I done binge watch shows.
Did you watch 100% Fresh?
No, I ain't watched it. Yeah, I need to watch it.
You bullshitting.
You've been wanting me to watch it. I need to watch it.
That came out like 2 years ago.
I don't know if Mary's coming over tonight or not, so if she don't come over, I'll watch it.
Yeah. Oh, what you doing tonight?
But yeah, because she won't want to sit there and watch that. Because you know what I've been watching?
What's that?
So, you know I'm a big Scooby-Doo fan, so I've been trying to collect all of the DVDs, like every single series, because I thought there was just What's
New?
No, Where Are You, Scooby-Doo, the original series from 68 or 62, something like that.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd seen all those, but then I went and looked online, dude, there's like 3 seasons of that.
Yeah.
And then I kept looking, and then you got like Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo show, new Scooby-Doo show. So I just been slowly collecting these, buying them off eBay. And, dude, there's like 3 of them that were still sitting in plastic that I've had sitting in plastic for like 2 years. I haven't even opened them. So I cracked that open the other night. So I watched like 5 episodes of those. So
yeah,
that's what I've been trying to do, that because I'm like, now I have this big collection and it's just sitting there creating dust.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
What have you been doing other than your at-home work over this?
Well, you know, I'm kind of part of the crew of the U.S. now that's, like, not, like, I'm not laid off. You know that. So I work every day, but I work from home, and I actually really enjoy it. It's kind of peaceful.
Yeah.
You know, I sit there at work, really in my extra room. I just sit there, and I'll sit in my pajamas. One morning I took a shower and I just went to work in a towel, like, because I have no like webcam on me or anything like that. So like I'll just sit there like, you know, underwear, whatever. Like
sit there, just have that shirt on, your underwear right here.
Oh yeah. If it was a webcam, I'd be wearing like the dress shirt. Yeah. Like hello, and like balls would be out under the table. But you know, so that's about it for me. I've been doing that. Hannah and I have been doing stuff around the house. We've been going on a lot of walks. Like we go on at least one walk every day.
So they got nice. The hiking trails closed, but can't.
They got hiking trails closed. Yeah, man, it sucks. But like the side of the road's open, so we've been walking every day.
Yeah.
I like that, but I'm getting bored. So, you know, I've been riding the bike. Like I ride that a lot.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll get my license next week.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the DMV, because I still ain't got my license, but I'm still driving.
Hopefully they'll open.
Yeah, they're supposed to open next week, and if they do, that'd be incredible. Yeah. Like, I hope they do. Hannah's trying to brace me for them not to open, and it's like I know they might not.
So the day they open, are you gonna?
Oh yeah, the very day.
You can take you can sign up the day of and take the test.
Yeah, hopefully I'll just call and be like, hey, I'd love to make an appointment to do this test, ride the bike over, and ride the bike over and get them to just analyze a few skills. Like, it's very simple stuff. And you can even find it all online. It's like the first skill is like go from it's all within a certain area, but you just got to do what the person tells you, like few turns, few stops. And I mean, like, it's not so simple. Anybody could do it, but it's just like, it's simple stuff that if you're going to ride, you should be able to pass it.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can. Hopefully I'm not eating my words and I fail. Like, you don't put a foot down because you'll fail. You don't go over the line. Well, you can. Like, I got a big bike, so like that little area is like tiny.
Yeah.
I already know the bike's gonna have to like go over a line or two because it's such a long, like, it's a very long bike. And I don't care. I'll take that point, but I'm not putting a foot down.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, man, I think I'd be able to get through this whole quarantine thing more if I had the bike.
Yeah.
Like, if I had my license, because like I would have rode it here. Like, I'll ride it anywhere, everywhere.
Oh, I know some. I seen when I went and got gas the other day, there's a group of bikers probably just, they probably ain't got a whole lot to do, so just go riding. And that'd be fun, man. Go ride the, was it the Blue Ridge Parkway?
Yeah, the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Up in Floyd and stuff.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
That's cool.
Yeah, man, I was riding the other day, and I passed, like, in one ride, I passed, like, 15 bikers or something like that. And it was just cool because everyone's like, You're just riding, and people do that cool little slick, like, hey, man.
Yeah.
Like, with your clutch hand, and you're just like, hey. And it's cool. Yeah. Like, it's really, like, it's cool to be part of that community, and people accept you. I was riding through this back road, and there was a spot where you could pass the side I was on, and there was a biker behind me, and I let him pass, but, like, instead of passing, he just kind of, like, pulled up, got beside me, and we just kind of, like, I don't know, rode together for like 30 seconds, and I was like,
y'all talked telepathically.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we were like, oh yeah, we're cool, we're bikers. Like, here sharing the freedom of the road. Like, it's an incredible feeling though, like, where it's something I've always wanted. My God, the feeling of being on a bike, man. I cheese, I'm sitting there riding down the road, and I just got this big old smile on my face. Like, oh yeah, this is me on a bike. Like, I love it, man. It feels so good. It's awesome.
Yeah, you gotta let me be your first mate, man.
Oh, I am. I am.
I got my leather jacket ready. I'll get me an American flag bandana, and I'm gonna be ready, boy.
Yeah, I'm getting a helmet especially for you.
Yeah.
So, if I get so I'll tell you this: if I get my license next week, probably within 2 weeks, like you'll be on it.
That's what's up. You got a good sound system on it. I didn't get to see your speakers last time.
Oh no, this bike ain't got that.
Oh, it ain't got that?
No.
I was about to say we could be balling out to some Bon Jovi.
No, man, this bike doesn't even have a fuel gauge. Like it's basic. It's got your speedometer and that's it.
Well, I mean, that's with the El Camino, I just have to keep track. Like, it has a fuel gauge, but it doesn't work. So I'm just like, okay, I rode here. Probably need to get some gas. Yeah, unfortunately, bikes have like a reserve. Oh, okay.
Do you know what that is? No, okay, so like a reserve, it's in your gas tank. It's a little extra gas tank. And so, like, how like a gas tank connects to like your fuel injector, your carburetor. This has a separate thing that connects to it. And there's a little like T valve that, when your actual tank runs empty, there's a separate spot called the reserve.
Yeah.
And it holds like an extra little bit of gas. So if you're riding down the road and you just hear like, glug, 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 it's right here by your left knee. You can just flip it up and it goes into reserve.
I've had that feeling before.
It sucks.
My dad, dude, we was coming down that hill where you go to Food City. As soon as we got on that hill, it started jerking. The car started jerking. We rode that hill right into the gas station.
Right into neutral. Yeah.
I was like, wow, that was lucky.
Yeah, that's very lucky, man. Like, you hate that feeling. But like I said, luckily on a bike, you've got reserve. And on my bike, where it's big, most bikes only hold like 2.5 gallons of gas. Mine holds 5.5. But that's because I'm commuting with it to Roanoke.
Yeah.
Like, so I wanted something that I didn't have to fill up every day. I wanted something where I could fill up every other day.
Yeah.
But, oh man, it's awesome. And it's so powerful.
That's what's up. Can't wait.
Yeah, so hopefully within like 3 weeks or so you'll be able to hop on.
I just want to
it.
ride through downtown Pulaski and be like,
yeah, we'll go wherever you want, man. You can just hop on the back and be like, yeah. And you, like you said, you got your leather
ride
jacket.
down Radford College, be like, what's up?
Yeah. Oh, dude, we'll go on a hell of a long
we're
ride.
taking, but we're just riding around.
Oh yeah, man. Like we can go wherever you want that day. Like I'll come over here one Saturday, pick you up, and we'll just have a day on the town. Just ride around. I mean, we'll go anywhere and everywhere. So you'll see what it's like. You'll be on the back, and you'll just be like, oh, I don't want to get off. So. But so moving on, we've got wait. So they're canceling 249.
Yeah,
right?
so all of the events are supposedly canceled. There's just hope that I don't know if I've said this already, but on this Fight Island, Dana is supposedly during this like time that there's nothing going on is supposedly building facilities on this island right now for fighters to train. So they want fighters to come over there about a week and a half, 2 weeks early. Do your training while you're there. Yeah. So I'm guessing they're going to build. I mean, I hope the island they already got has hotels and stuff, but I'm guessing they're going to build like gyms and different kind of stuff they would need to run the event. I'm guessing the event's going to be outside too. If it's on an island, that would be awesome.
It would be cool because I don't imagine within this short amount of time they'd be able to build like a huge arena. And also, if it's kind of like a temporary thing, like like maybe for the summer or whatever. Yeah. I don't think they'd want to build a whole arena. They'd probably just do an outside thing, which would be cool.
See, the reason why he's saying that these fights are going to happen is because most of that big athletics commissions, they've canceled fighting. So like in Vegas, you can't fight. There's no commission over there. Yeah. On this island, I guess there's no commission.
Yeah, so there's nothing that says you can't.
Yeah, so
that'd be awesome. Is it going to be like a stadium thing?
I don't know, man. He hasn't said too much. I hope it happens, though, because I want to watch this so bad on the island. Have you ever watched that movie, Here Comes the Boom? I've talked about it. Yeah. Okay, so when, what's the guy's name? That
Kevin James.
Yeah, Kevin James. So when he's making his way up, but going to the amateur, he's fighting on that one, and there's rain coming down. That's what
chickens
I'm imagining.
and stuff. Yeah.
That's what I'm imagining. Like their rain being coming down. Like if it started raining a little bit, like that'd be awesome. Like they're sitting out there fighting in the rain and stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I
man,
mean, not to the point of that movie where like they're sliding around and stuff, but just like a little rain, like in a football game.
Yeah. No, man, it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I just wonder if they'd have like a stadium for guests, or if it's like, okay, no, this is only for like pay-per-view fights.
Yeah, my understanding, there's going to be no audience the whole summer because I mean they don't know when it's going to return, and I know some of the officials are saying we're not going to see a return of fans to sporting events or concerts or anything like that until next summer.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I read, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I hope that's not the case, but I'll just be glad to have UFC back.
Absolutely, man. It's going to be a blast when it can come back.
Oh yeah, and I mean, dude, people is getting rest right now. Like you think about it, like when they come back, I mean, people's going to be ready to go. I hope Connor's ready to go. I hope Nate's ready to go. I hope during this time Nate is getting that surgery that his brother Nick, and a lot of other people have been trying to get him to get, where he goes, he'll get that part of his eye that always bleeds, like
fixed.
Yeah, he'll get like pretty much plastic surgery where they take out that scar tissue.
Yeah.
They do, or they shave down the scar tissue or something. I mean, like, dude, something that's gonna help a lot with him because he gets busted open so easy.
Oh,
I mean,
it's
nothing that he's doing. Like he's not, like he said that one time. He's like, it's blood. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
It just keeps flowing out. I don't feel it. It doesn't sting or nothing.
Yeah. So. So if they're going to cancel...
who was that?
Is that Jonna? I've never seen her before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was. I was about to say it. I just wasn't expecting nobody, but yeah.
So if they're going to cancel the fights, do you think it's, oh, hey, we're canceling 249, then they're going to do 250? Or do you think the next fight they have, they're just going to call 249?
I don't know, dude. That is a good question because it had the way they're doing stuff in history. It has to go
to like you increment by one,
unless you acknowledge that 249 was an event and it got canceled. So you're still gonna but in the archives, like you would look up 249 and it would go straight to cancellation. So yeah, I agree with your statement that it should be
249.
It should be 249.
Yeah, because like you just increment by one, and if you never had that one, you can't call the next one you have 2 up. You can't call it 250 if you never had a 249.
Yeah, I agree. So that's the way it should go. And it might be like that because they haven't stated, they just stated that the May 6th fight could be optimistic. But yeah, so I hope we get something, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So, so 250 might happen on the island. Mm-hmm. That's the case, but so moving on, we got Jon Jones getting arrested. I thought that was crazy.
Let's talk about one more thing. I thought this would be fun.
Okay.
Because I've seen this going around online. So we got this Fight Island. Dana says there's going to be fights there this summer.
Okay.
Let's say there's not a fight till July.
Okay.
Give me your dream fight card. Just 5 fights.
Just 5 fights who would be on.
Yeah, just 5 fights of who you want to see on the next card. Let's just say we don't get a fight card in May. Let's say we get it in July.
Like so International Fight Week?
Yeah, so they got to stack it.
Ooh.
So let's just say...
Ooh, that's good,
Let's just say 5 fights, because I've seen this going around online. So just a 5-fight main card of what fights... It can be what you personally want or what's been going on that you think needs to happen.
I'm probably just going to go realistic. Like, you can't sit there and say anything insane like Woodley and Adesanya. Like, you can't say anything.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, just in the weight divisions, like fights that have been booked and stuff.
Yeah, things that could happen. Yeah. I think my favorite one would be Miocic and DC.
Okay.
I'd love for that to happen. Adesanya beat Romero. I don't really know who could be left for Adesanya.
Costa.
But that was a BS win. Like, that was a BS win. Like, I would almost love to see a rematch of that.
Oh, I want to see... Yeah, we got to have a Paulo Costa Romero, too, at some point.
Or even, I want to see Adesanya and Romero, too, because the first one shouldn't have counted.
Dude, and I've said this. I think Romero is going to... even though Dana was like, oh, he's not going to get a title shot. Romero said he's going to fight till he's 50. He said his goal is to be the oldest fighter, which I think the oldest professional boxer was 51 or 50. Mm-hmm. So Romero was saying 52. And I I don't think he's going anywhere. You give him this Chris Weidman fight, he knocks out Chris Weidman. You're going to have to give him a contender. If he beats that contender, what are you going to do? You can't keep denying him. So I think he's going to be right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's going to always be one win away for a little bit.
Yeah. I think a Woodley and Covington. That'd be
so you got fight. Main event, DC, Stipe.
Yeah.
Woodley, Covington, co-main event. Okay.
Yeah. I'd love to see Jones fight. Okay. I don't know, Jones Anderson. Something like that. Yeah. Just someone who would be a good contender for Jones. Let's see. Who am I missing? We've been talking about
Khabib.
Khabib.
You're missing.
I think Khabib Ferguson would be good. I would love to see Masvidal.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, who knows who Masvidal is going to fight, but I'd love to see Masvidal come out again. That's kind of where I'm at.
Okay.
What do you think?
So let's just say, we'll go main event. I agree with you. DC versus Stipe. It's got to happen this summer.
It's got to happen.
Co-main, Khabib versus Ferguson.
That'd be a good one.
After that, let's have Diaz McGregor 3.
That'd be awesome.
Because that's all that's left for McGregor.
True.
That's all that's left right now.
Yeah, what about Masvidal or something?
I mean, yeah, but Masvidal needs to fight Usman. So that was going to be next. After McGregor Diaz 3, Masvidal versus Usman. And then opening up that main card. All of these are 5-round fights in my fantasy. Opening up the main card, Colby versus Woodley.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I know that's not going to happen. But it could happen. They could make it that, okay, say we're going to have a pay-per-view. It's going to be all main card. Or it's going to be all 5-round fights. And we're just having 5 fights.
That'd be incredible.
I would love that. That would be good.
If they did that for International Fight Week.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, man. That'd be hype. We'd be in the apartment.
Yeah.
I'd get some beer for me. We'd get some old duels for you.
Yeah.
We're gonna throw down if that's the night, and
oh yeah, man,
we'll have a hell of a party.
People would hate us up there. They'd be like, dude, them people's jumping and stuff. They'd hate us.
Oh, the person below me moved out though, so
oh yeah,
we'd be like, yeah. I'd probably put a sign on the door.
Open up the slide door outside on the deck. Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got to let people know who we're cheering for.
Yeah.
So, oh man. So I'm stoked for I hope that happens something like that just a good fight card whatever the next one is. I hope it's awesome.
Oh yeah, I mean when it comes back up, the economy's got to pick up. The UFC's got to get their money back.
Mm-hmm.
Got to give us some good stuff.
Absolutely. So I'm really looking forward to it all. But so we got a little bit left. So we got Jones.
Yep.
Getting a DUI. Did he go to jail? Well, yeah, if you get a DUI, they take you in for the night.
Went to jail for one night. So I know this is kind of old, but we haven't did a Fight Bros podcast on it. So.
Yeah, true. So, but I'm more excited for this Anthony Smith. So let's get into that.
Well, we can still talk about Jones for a minute.
Well, Jones. Well, DUI, shot a gun.
Yeah, but to go along with 2 other DUIs and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I love how he tries to portray I'm a good Christian guy.
Yeah,
he's like, I do it all for me, my family, my faith, and then he does this stuff.
Yeah, I kind of agree with. I'm not a big Jon Jones fan, but I was talking stuff about how I didn't like him when nothing bad was going on, so I don't want to what I'm saying, because he did something.
You're a bad person bandwagon.
Yeah, but I do think the UFC should suspend him. They should strip him of his title just because it's happened too much. You know what I'm saying? He's not a good representation of the company. So I think they should strip him. Do Dominic Reyes versus Jan Blachowicz, or no, Dominic Reyes versus Thiago Santos.
Santos
for the not even interim, for the stripped belt of Jon Jones. Maybe suspend him for 6 months. It could be time served since the coronavirus. This time served, so he comes back maybe Christmas time or something, and then maybe fight for the title. But I think he should be stripped. You know what I'm saying? If it happened once, whatever. Oh, I mean, nothing's gonna happen. He already got his thing, and I mean, dude, he got community service from home, and it's not that
from
bad.
home.
Yeah, or like house arrest.
Yeah.
94 hours of something. He didn't have to like serve any jail time or nothing.
Well, no, he's a celebrity.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a slap on the wrist.
My problem is with it is that like if this was like another person, like let's say Woodley did this, he'd be getting like,
or just a regular person, like a regular person, Pulaski, like shoots a gun up in there and then gets a DUI.
Well, like a regular person would get a lot more than that. But let's say let's say someone in the UFC. What would the UFC do to that person, depending on whether or not they like it?
I know they would. Yeah, the only people they just give slap on the wrist to is they're going to give a slap on the wrist to Jon Jones, Khabib, and McGregor.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got to mention McGregor.
Yeah.
So, but anyone else would like,
which they already gave. Well, yeah, they kind of did give. Like Khabib. I felt like Khabib was justified in what he did when he jumped over the fence and did all that. Like, they punished him, but I felt like he was justified. Like, there was a lot of bad stuff that was said from McGregor's team and stuff.
It was justified, but I still think it was justified, but at the end of the day, that was still like an illegal assault.
Oh, yeah.
So I think they easily could have been like, no, dude, you're not getting your belt.
Yeah.
After you assaulted somebody. Like,
but they get a pass, man.
You got
Adesanya he's getting close to where he could get passes.
Yeah.
He might be there already. He's a pretty big star.
Absolutely. So that's what's kind of like annoying is like, oh, who did you get a pass? Like you must have been like, friends.
Yeah.
So, but that's whatever. But Anthony Smith, his house got broken into.
Yeah, this is interesting. So his house got broken into. He said that his wife woke him up and said somebody was in the house. So he went down there and got the guy. And he said it was the hardest fight of his life. He said he felt like he was going to put his life on the line to die. He said it was the hardest fight. He said, like, and this is coming from a UFC fighter saying that this guy I don't think he had a gun or anything. He ended up being a 170-pound, 21-year-old standout wrestler at some college, I think. They think he was on some type of drugs because he tried robbing another neighbor's house. They caught his face on the neighbor's cam trying to rob their house. But he said that. And I mean, Anthony Smith, even though he fights at 205, he's walking around at 230 something. This guy's walking around at 170. So I mean, that just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what made me mad about the whole situation is like Jon Jones just came out. I know we just talked about Jon Jones, but he deserves to be talked about for this one. He was like, because he threw shade at Anthony Smith and was like, if this guy came to my house, he wouldn't have walked out alive or something. He was like throwing shade at Anthony Smith, like, dude, like Anthony Smith didn't, you know what I'm saying? He didn't, I guess maybe John was insinuating that he would have grabbed a gun or something.
Or just beat the crap out of him.
Which that's their choice. To me, he took it as like, Anthony Smith is weak and he can't protect his household. And I was like, dude, like be sentimental for a second. Like that dude that's a traumatic experience for him, for his wife.
His kids.
Yeah, that's a traumatic experience.
And you're just sitting here being a jerk. Like, I don't like that. I don't condone that. Because like you said, it's not about, you're not a UFC fighter to be able to fight in the street.
Yeah.
Because my thing is, I would take almost any UFC fighter and put him against Kimbo Slice in the street.
Oh, yeah.
And almost always go for Kimbo Slice. Like,
yeah.
Because you have someone who's a street fighter and you have someone who's a UFC fighter. Now, I also know this guy was like a wrestler, whatever.
Yeah.
But you're just not, as a UFC fighter, you're not there to fight in the street. You're not there to just fight at any moment whatsoever. That's not the point of being a UFC fighter. And also, it's the middle of the night. Who in the world can wake up in the middle of the night and just start fighting
wake
hardcore?
Up out of bed.
Yeah, and he doesn't train it much anymore.
Yeah, probably not training too much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he probably just wasn't.
He said he could tell when him and the guy first engaged. He was like, okay, this guy knows how to fight. He's just not some regular burglar.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So. But there's also the shock. Like, there's also a shock of, oh my God, I might die because someone's in my house. Like, what's up? I don't agree with Jones, man. That's kind of messed up.
I thought it was messed up, yeah.
That ain't right. That ain't okay.
I don't think he's doing a good job of trying to win fans back. He
No.
did. Somebody like asked him on his Twitter, because Daniel Cormier, when they asked Daniel Cormier about it, you know, they still hate each other.
Mhm.
They still hate each other. They asked Daniel about it, and he was like, "I'm not." He's like, "I don't have anything to say about it. I'm not gonna, you know, have joy in his downfall." Pretty much.
Yeah, like
And
this
then
is
John
sad time.
or somebody tweeted John, and they was like, "Do you think during this quarantine time that it's more likely that Daniel Cormier will put on 10 pounds or lose 10 pounds?" And Jon Jones was like, "I'm not gonna say anything about him. He was decent in the way he talked about me." And I was like, "Yeah, well, there you go."
There you go, man. Be a good person.
Okay, but we're still speaking on Jon Jones. This is another funny story.
Okay.
DC told this. So he says that he got a text one night, and it was a video. So this is how bad him and Jon Jones still hate each other. He said, like, he has, like, him and John don't follow each other on, you know, social media and stuff. He got a text from a random number, and it was a video of two guys at the bar, or like three guys at a bar, arguing over who the GOAT was. And one guy was like, "Yeah, I think you need to, you know, DC needs to be talked about in that conversation a little bit too." And he said he heard Jon Jones in the background. Like, Jon Jones was video recording them and somehow got DC's number and texted him a video of like three guys saying that John's the GOAT. And then one guy was like, "Yeah, DC might be in that conversation or something." And dude, it was funny because he was like, "I got that text at like 2 or 3 in the morning." I'm sitting here like, "Is this Jon Jones texting me?" It was funny, man. He talks about it on him and Ariel Helwani have a new weekly podcast that they're doing. And he talked about it on there, and I was like, "That's crazy." You know, I say, you know, but him and John, man, still beef there. I mean, I don't think we'll see him fight for a third time.
No.
But yeah, there's still a lot of hate there. We might get a little altercation or something. Maybe if they run, maybe if DC's like announcing one of Jones's fights and they run into each other backstage on accident or something. Might get a little push or something.
Maybe. I don't think we'll ever see them fight each other, though.
No.
I think Miocic's probably going to be DC's last fight.
Yeah, DC said it. He said he just wants to do the third fight with Miocic. He says, "I'm not interested in fighting some young, hungry guy." He was like, me and Miocic have history. We want to finish it, and then I want to retire.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know, man. Jones, he could be such a good person, but he's kind of a douche.
Yeah,
Like, he's kind of turned into a tool.
That's what I think. I think it alters his GOAT status.
Yeah, because,
bit.
you know, most goats are, like, nice.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even have to be nice, but don't do all this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
All this crap.
Yeah, like GSP, like...
He's a good-hearted person.
I don't think he's really did anything outside, and people call him the GOAT. And then, like, I know DC is mentioned in the conversation a little bit. Other than Jon Jones and getting beat by Stipe, if he beats Stipe and goes out as heavyweight champion, he's back in that GOAT talk. I think a lot.
It could
not
be.
the overall GOAT.
Maybe not
but
the
if you're
overall,
talking about
but like
a Mount Rushmore of GOATs.
Yeah, like who's the like 4 or 5 goats?
He's gonna be on there.
Yeah, like I think
he's on there right now, but yeah.
But even then, it'd be a little more solidified.
Yeah, maybe he's like number 2 or 3.
Yeah. You know, definitely GSP's on there.
Yeah.
So, but
Ben Askren. Ben Askren, the GOAT of one championship.
Yeah,
I really thought.
You really thought that was going to be him, though.
I really thought. And dude, he had a pretty easy path to get a UFC championship too. All he had to do was beat Masvidal, and he was going to get to fight Usman. So like you're talking like you just had to come over to the UFC, beat Robbie Lawler. I mean, I know this is hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he beat Robbie Lawler, so you're like, okay, like most guys have to come over and they're like, okay, well, we're going to feed you somebody in the top 15. Then you're going to get a low-end top 10. Then you're going to get like number 5, and then we'll feed you champion or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, they got to take like 4 or 5 fights. Like, he literally was on a straight path to the title.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I love that knocked him down. I love that he lost. again.
I hope he's an entertaining guy. Like, I hope that I know he had a hip replacement, but supposedly fighters have come back and fight after that. So maybe he'll get that itch. I would like to see him come back just because I like him, man. He's a funny character, an entertaining character.
He can go to WWE though.
Yeah, see, I'm a WWE fan, so I'm all about character. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, speaking of WWE, Colby Covington is talking about that he's going to make the transition to WWE in 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that fits him.
He should be. I'd like to see him get speared by Goldberg a couple of times, and then he won't want to be in there.
Yeah. No, he'd be good for the WWE, with all that show and stuff.
Oh, he's good. Yeah. He's a showman. That's why he has us wanting to watch him and Woodley.
Yeah.
The way he's built this up. So.
The him and Usman fight was one of the best fights I've seen in a long time.
Oh, dude, I know. I've been tempted to get UFC Fight Pass just for like 1 month just to rewatch that and, just watch some other fights because, like, that was a good fight. And I mean,
absolutely.
I mean, I hate to say it, but, like, Usman, I don't know if he would have got the decision. So I'm glad he finished.
I don't know if he would have either.
It was just too close, man.
So,
like, I didn't expect Colby to strike with him like he did.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the strikes weren't hurting him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be the thing. So with Colby and Tyron Woodley, this fight better happen. That's all I want to see. I know Woodley was scheduled to fight with Leon Edwards. I don't want to see that. They only was doing that because Colby didn't accept the fight. Like, we need to see Tyron Woodley versus Colby Covington. Tyron Woodley's still #1 contender.
Yeah.
Because he's only been beat by the champion. So we need to see him versus the #2 contender, Colby Covington.
I don't think it's a bad. Like, I think it's a good fight.
The winner gets the winner of Usman Masvidal. Like, I think that's a pretty easy situation right there. I hope they get it done. Supposedly Colby's wanting Conor McGregor money, which that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's not on that level.
You got to earn that money. Like, you know what I'm saying? I understand, like, Woodley's been the champion for a while. He's done got used to making $500,000 just to show. So maybe now you pay him. Maybe now for every fight you're paying him $300,000 to show.
Yeah, something like that. So, but Covington's not on that level. But this is probably one of just his show things. Like, he likes being there for show.
Yeah, I really hope him and Woodley fight. I think it's gonna be a really good fight. Like, I just hope Woodley's power just knocks him out. But Colby's going to put that pressure on him. I'll be interesting to see if he would take Woodley down. Supposedly they've trained together, They were training partners and everything. So this is kind of one of those TJ Dillashaw, Cody Garbrandt fights.
Yeah.
And you know what happened with that? TJ Dillashaw, the elder that wasn't talking as much trash, ended up winning. So hopefully history will repeat itself with Woodley getting the W with that.
I'll always root for anybody but Covington.
Yeah.
So, I think we need to wrap it up for the processing. But, because...
Yeah, this was a good one.
Afraid it might split.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking technology.
Yeah. We're still getting this learning curve with...
almost a year out and we're still learning.
Yeah. So my internet's so terrible. Just a little story. The podcast we did with Leaper almost took 6 days. I just got frustrated with it. So after 5 days, it was on 42% at my house. So then I took it over to Mary's house. Dude, it uploaded within 4 hours, 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So if we would have taken it, don't get Verizon internet. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Don't get Verizon internet. Don't get Sprint phones. Their internet's terrible. Their mobile data.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, there was definitely trying times because we're trying to figure it all out.
Yeah. Because we've been trying to get some good content out because, there ain't a whole lot to do.
Yeah, you gotta watch our...
Been trying to get some more podcasts in. So.
Yeah. But it's hard when they're not loading.
Yeah.
So, but thank you all for watching. Last episode, any last remarks?
No, thanks guys. Stay safe. Hopefully we'll get through this virus pretty soon.
Yeah. Have a good one, everybody.